Hey there, Capricorn. It's Jen here. I am doing your timeless tarot reading. Thanks for joining me. If you would, well, there we go. I guess we're starting. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. It's free for you and it makes a huge difference for my channel. I'd certainly appreciate it. So, we have the Four of Cups jumping out for you, Capricorn. This is a card of apathy. It's a card of just, to me, the grind. So it could be that you guys really need a vacation. It could be that you're just in a place in your life, in your relationship, in your job, where you live, whatever's on your mind, where you're just. I, but to me, having the Four of Cups comes up. I do think you can see in this deck, her hand is touching. She has these three empty bowls there, but her hand is just touching this bowl that's being offered that's, I mean, just alive with possibilities and energy. So her energy is kind of just drained, and I think it's from a lack of inspiration, a lack of imagination, perhaps. And sometimes we get in situations where maybe what we want to do, there is sort of an established way of doing it, but that just seems blah. It seems like you have nothing to add to that format, to the and it needs some reimagining. And I feel like new inspiration is right there. Like it's almost like it's something you already have, but it needs to be reimagined in a different way. Um, yeah, it's like you're going to be getting a download or just a realization. It kind of reminds me of one day I walked downstairs, um, and for some reason I had to lean over. I can't remember what it was, but I sort of leaned so I was looking down at my countertop from a different perspective, kind of from the side. And I noticed there was a giant puddle of water there that I just didn't see looking at it straight on. It took that shift in perspective, that different way of looking at something I've seen. How long have I been in this house? 11 years. Um, let's see what else we have. What's at the bottom of the deck? And Capricorn, we must have your full moon coming up. I know these are timeless readings, but um, if I do bring up a time period, then, and you're watching this later, it may be that you're thinking back to what was happening during that Capricorn full moon in July of 2022, right? Let me look at my little thing here just to make sure I'm not talking out my ass, which I mean, that wouldn't be new, but Capricorn full moon, July 13th. Okay, look at that. Page of Wands. This is the inspiration. This is the aha moment. This is the enthusiasm and that spark, that motivation, that aha, that this idea that's coming, this download that's coming in, that you're like, oh yes, now I'm excited. I feel again. I'm not this going through the motions machine that I feel like I've been for so long. I feel reignited. I feel excited um, to get out there. And it's almost like she's performing to me. So putting something out there, it's like you have something to show, to say, to do, to inspire, even inspiring others. Yeah, that's a nice awakening, kind of like the Judgment card. This has been coming out quite a bit. Ace of Pentacles, planting the seeds. It could be grounding. It could literally be you doing some sort of work in the dirt. Boy, that could be lots of things. Building, construction, um, even deconstruction, composting. That wasn't the way I thought that was going to go. Planting herbs, even if you're like, I don't have an outside space, I live in the middle of the city or whatever, having some herbs in your house, working with fresh organic things, new generations, new family, new legacies, a new something. You're planting the seeds for something new, but it's probably something. I mean, this could be moving, buying a house, redecorating, office space, all sorts of things, but it's planting the seeds, I think, for this inspiration, this new idea that's coming in. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles. And this is something that really feeds your soul. Like you're excited to do. It doesn't feel like the grind. You have energy and motivation to move forward with this. This Eight of Pentacles is also a card of, it could be being the apprentice, but it's actually being able, having some real specialized skills that you can use to your advantage, and it's something that feeds your soul. It's something you want to be doing. You do when you're not at work, if you're not lucky enough to already have something that you truly, your life's passion, be your work. Learning, this can also be, again, being the apprentice, learning something new. King of Cups. This is a water sign person, or the energy of a water sign, which is being in touch with your emotions. The king and the queen, they are the highest, they're equal, they're the receptive and versus the sort of more action oriented energies, that spectrum. So they're equal, and they show emotional intelligence. So it could be something, almost getting sort of coaching, or it's like bringing emotional intelligence into all facets of life. And sometimes I feel like that does get another one missed. This is too many. These all feel like too many. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. But they still came out. Oh, and that one. All right, let's just keep reading because I kind of lost my train of thought. What's at the bottom? Seven of Mirrors, creativity, choices. Some of the Four of Cups could just been, you feel like you're trying some things, three things maybe, and you're just like, nothing's really sticking, nothing's really working, nothing really feels right. The Ten of Scrolls, that's the Ten of Swords. You're kind of mentally done with something. Like you need to make it a change. So sometimes when we have so much anxiety, we can go to the Four of Cups where we just become numb to it because we just can't participate in the anxiety. But there's, of course, a better way. I'm not saying it's easier. I'm not saying I know how to do it or perfect, at all. But it's not either I'm in total anxiety, freak out mode, or I'm numb to everything. That's where this could be a counselor. Something about counseling is coming through, that emotional intelligence. I'm obsessed with Ted Lasso. I love Ted Lasso. So Ted Lasso, the show, kind of does that beautifully, of always keeping in mind the humanity and the realistic ways of people do make mistakes, and how to heal that, and how to move forward, and how to build stronger, more emotionally intelligent and resilient people and relationships. Boy, I should work for them. That was pretty good. Ah, the Hanged Man. So it's requiring a different perspective, which, and it's the owl, the wisdom. I remember when I was, I don't know, in my 20s, and I was, such a freaking drama queen. And I did have a crazy fucking boss. But I'm like, oh my God, I was just going round and round. How can anyone stand blah, blah, blah? And my dad just like, well, it's all about perspective. And I was like, what the fuck does he know? What the hell does that even mean? And unfortunately, it took me a long time to realize, but it is all about perspective and zooming out, um, and not thinking that we understand exactly why the motivations and why people are doing something. That just comes with wisdom and age and perspective and challenging ourselves that maybe we don't fucking know what's going on, and that's okay. 5 of Stones, 5 of Pentacles. So this is a lack mentality, a worry about finances. Maybe we've let fear, and it's a real one, and it's an important one, but fear of being left out in the cold, of rejection, of abandonment, of poverty, to inform some things, and looking at how we view money and all those things I just mentioned from a different point of view. Page of Mirrors, Page of Cups, messages and communications about emotions. The Empress, the ultimate receptive energy. The Empress nurtures, she's organic, she guides, she supports, she doesn't direct and force. Um, instead of trying to direct and fit someone into whatever mold you think, and this can be a boss in a job wanting you to stay in some sort of position instead of really figuring out what you love to do and what you are good at and what you're enthusiastic about. Yeah, but I just need you to do this. And that's a lot of jobs. And I mean, I understand on one hand why that is. They hired you to do a job, but why can't we um, be sensitive to people's wants, needs, and realize they're going to be more motivated if they're doing something they're interested in. This is giving birth to something new. Could be yourself again, a new way of life, but it's allowing things to grow like that Ace of Pentacles organically and not be so rigid about how something needs to go. The Minstrel, the King of Pentacles. Look at the dog. Cute. So the King of Pentacles and the Empress go well together because they're both very strong earth energy, even though the Empress is all the queens. She's most connected with, she's Mother Earth with the earth sign, with how we show up on this, in the earth, on the earth. So she goes well with this King of Pentacles, and this is methodical again and not forcing. And it may seem like things take longer, but sometimes if you force things to go through too fast or in a certain way, in the long run, it takes longer because then we have some failures and we look at obstacles as obstacles instead of possibilities. And wow, I didn't even consider that. Maybe this could make it even better. And that's happened to me a couple times, building houses. Like it was just something I didn't consider, and something came up where it's like, oh shit, we can't do that. But then when we had to really think about it and be creative about it, it actually was, I was like, wow, it's even better than the original plan. And the Queen of Stone, oh my God, talk about the artist. Beautiful. These are beautiful cards. more earth energy. So this is you guys. Keep methodically working towards your things, but towards your goals and your wants, but you do need, I see that you're going to have that kind of an aha moment, that shift in perspective. And the Seven of Mirrors is creative time. It's not just having trouble. I don't even know if I talked about it. Having trouble deciding on what you want to do, on the possibilities. Having that time to imagine all the possibilities needs to happen first before you can even pick one to start working on. So really work on your grounding. Remember that the Five of Pentacles is fear. And if you can shift your perspective on how you're approaching something and allow it to develop and grow, and it's like you're discovering the excitement of like a child. I'm almost seeing a winding path, and you don't know, is there, around each bend and everything, and each little hill and valley, is there going to be an amazing view? Is there going to be a waterfall? Is there going to be a stream, a cool animal? And just looking at things with that sort of inquisitive eye to learn and grow and discover. Okay, well, that's what's coming through for you. I think I'm going to leave it there because that was a pretty beautiful reading for you, Capricorn. Thank you. If you would like, share, and subscribe, I would certainly very much appreciate it. Take care.